Steep Steps is a game whose developers really show to care for. It's always being updated, improved, and expanded, so that every week more content comes out, new areas to climb, new ladders to get, and new tools that change the gameplay in one way or another. Usually this game's updates change the game for the better, but if you know anything about the Steep Steps community, then you'll know how controversial the last update was, and to be fair, even if some players are overreacting, to the point of threatening Jaddle or the developers, it's somehow understandable why most of the player base is not happy about the most recent additions and changes made to the game. The update that caused this sandstorm is the update made on March 18, 2023, only a few days before this video. This new update brought us a new quest inspired by St. Patrick's Day, which in case of being completed, gives the player the lucky ladder, 2 new weak ladders to be found, being the Orium ladder and the 1 in 1,000 ladder, a supposedly new secret ladder that hasn't been found, and finally, the 700 to 800 meters section on grassy grounds. It seems like not only a good, but an exceptional update, especially taking into consideration that the newest mountain section added is one of the most challenging and coolest section in any of both mountains, and not only that, but the new weekly ladders look amazing, unlike the freaking ink ladder we got last week. But then, if everything is so great, why is the player base so upset over this update? Well, fellow viewer, there are 2 main reasons of why the fury of the players. If you played Steep Steps before the last update, then you will have seen many pro players using a purple ladder. This ladder is the Obsidian ladder, which can be obtained by completing the Apprentice Blacksmith quest. This ladder is usually the main ladder of many advanced players due to its unique feature, these being its weight, which is heavier than most of the other ladders. A heavy ladder is easier to place and climb without falling. Plastic-like ladders are easily pushed with the slightest of contact, meanwhile heavy ladders can be climbed without lots of issues. Heavy ladders are especially useful in the final sections of both mountains, since here, an absolute control over your ladder is required in order to reach the top. For that reason, it wasn't rare to see players only using the Obsidian ladder, since it was by far the best ladder in game. At least until last week. One of the new things the St. Patrick update brought was deleting the heaviness feature of ladders, making every single ladder the same, a light one. And so the Obsidian ladder went from the best ladder in game to the ugliest one. I personally understand the why behind such choice, since the Obsidian ladder was so broken, the other ladders were just useless and you had no reason to use them or even get them. But on the other hand, many players were used to the heaviness of the Obsidian ladder, and although I don't think giving it such features back is a solution, I do believe that the weight of the ladders should be an option each player can customize on their menu. Therefore, all ladder would remain equal and the gameplay wouldn't be broken for those who liked heavy ladders better. Also, a second issue that I'll mention regarding the update is the glitches. There used to be a glitch that allowed players to climb while being on air, which made them able to go as high as they wanted to in a certain spot. Well, this glitch was not patched, but somehow got even worse, because now, the cheaters somehow have absolute control over their flying abilities, meaning they can go wherever they want instead of just going up. Basically, the new update punishes the legit players who liked heavy ladders by forcing them to use ladders they don't do well with, and also rewarding cheaters, because now this looks more like a fly an airplane simulator instead of a climbing game. Yeah, this new update is far from perfect. Still, we don't need to overreact. Unlike many drama queens I've seen say, this is not the end of Steep Steps. It's just an update which brought a few issues. Not even a week has passed since the update was released, so maybe the developers are already working to fix the complaints. So please, for the love of God, do not threaten to report or to physically assault any member from the developers team just because you are not a fan of light ladders. Only time will tell if this was a temporary bad decision. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I really didn't think I would come back this quickly, but since my last video for some bizarre reason blowed up, I decided to accelerate things a little bit. Anyway, like and subscribe if this video didn't make you vomit. Good night, fellow viewers.
you.